OCM, to all my associates here this evening, in Chokmo, OCM.
We don't get our rights from the Constitution because our rights predate Confederation. All the Constitution does is recognize and affirm. And you see that playing out in the court system again more recently with the Chilcotin decision, where now for the first time First Nations, their title of their homelands is recognized. And think about that. The Indian Act was designed in such a way that seeing us as subhuman, we couldn't have title of the land, we couldn't vote, we couldn't participate in the economy. Yet, a Supreme Court of Canada recognizes that we have title. When we shared that amongst ourselves back in our own communities, I told them my most significant takeaway from the Chilcotin decision is that now we've got the highest court of the land recognizing us as humans similar to other Canadian citizens. It's about the legal fabric of our country. I'm Canadian through and through. Yet my uncles, my mom's brothers, who when they fought for this country, they weren't allowed Canadian citizenship. They couldn't vote. They were not Canadian citizens, yet they gave their lives for this country. The one thing I would ask of you tonight is to hear me when I say that we're coming out of a darkness. It's really dark, but there is light at the end of the tunnel. It's important for Canadians as a whole to be informed enough of what actually took place in residential schools to engage each other, engage us and others, just have a conversation about especially the impacts of it. We behave a certain way right now because that whole system was designed to have us behave this way, and we don't want to. We want to be something more positive, something better, and in many ways we are, but Canadians tend to turn a blind eye to us because all they see is that the negative side of it, and the negative side is real and it's there, but it is getting a little bit less each year and quite a bit less with each generation. So it's an opportunity for Canadians to recognize that what this country put us through is a Canadian history. The individual Canadians may not have been a part of the creation of residential schools or involved in it, but they're impacted by it differently than we're impacted, but it's a Canadian conversation because it's the history of Canada. A shared history between First Nations and non-Aboriginals. So it's an opportunity for them to learn a little bit about us in a really beautiful art form. And what I really hope that one of the takeaways they take from it is that they see that as one story shared in a very artistic, very beautiful fashion, and look for other opportunities in the arts.
There were definitely many challenges, and I think the hardest part was just experiencing moments of just like sadness and just being heartbroken from learning about the history and the stories in rehearsals, and that was emotionally very hard for all of us to go through. At the end of the first run of the shows that we did in Winnipeg, I felt hope and I felt that at the end of the ballet, and I never even felt that while we were rehearsing that in the studios. I hope that people will come and see the shows, even if it's just out of curiosity, because that's honestly how it started for me as well. When I didn't know anything about anything and I didn't know what to expect, but I ended up just learning so much and being inspired.